Alright, so, I actually was not planning on summoning on this video, but because I got so shocked that I have a 1/6 Meliodas, I thought before the geared showcase, I would also include just an extra rotation, maybe get the animation. Then there's a new summon animation that I just didn't get to see, because, well, I didn't pull him. Spoilers, I guess. My Meli is 1/6, but it's whatever. If you want to skip the summons, I'll probably put a time thing at the bottom of the screen. You can just skip to the actual showcase. Should be fun. Should be loads of damage, I assume. But I know what triggers the animation is just losing. That's gonna be hard. Like you can lose any given moment. You need a sword, but that's asking her. DK. You need a sword, and you need to lose, and then Meli's gonna transform into the Demon King Meli, but I don't know if it's actually just the sword, because that's the animation I saw. Maybe you can actually do it with a stick. At least with Askener, you can tell right away, like, you know, there's a sun, and if it's the one ultimate, then it's a sun in the dark. But with the new Meliodas animation, you cannot tell pretty much at all. But it's fine. So, last showcase, if you missed, we got for the very convoluted passive that he has. This time I'm just gonna jump into gameplay and then try to sort of like acknowledge what's going on, so that if you didn't watch the last video, I'm just saying that if you didn't watch the last video, that's fine. You're still gonna get what he does, even if it's very complicated, because he does too much. He just does too much. But it's fine. Gear set I was thinking, right? I definitely want to showcase with both HP defense and attack crit, so the video might be a little long. Should be alright. I think even with HP defense, he's going to be doing a level of damage that will be sufficient. I'm just skipping, dude. But I definitely want to see the peak of his damage. And thankfully, Meliodas, you know, everyone should have UR gear for him. Biggest hurdle with this character, really, is that they gave him like this UR base. Like, he's not an SSR. So much so you can't even pull him on the guaranteed SSR. But all that means is that he takes more resources. And that's it. That's the only change. From being an SSR to being a base UR. That's it. Okay, I did a quick pause. So if I was talking about something specific and I forgot, my bad. In any case, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I mean, he's definitely OP. I've seen a lot of people say that he's gonna fall off quick. And oh no, end of year, bro. How many lizards have I pulled from? I swear I pulled like 5 lizards from this banner, and multiple Zeldrises, and I haven't pulled a single Meliodas. That's insane. Speaking of Purgatory, I was gonna say, Purgatory Meli did not fall off for a long time, months and months and months. So. And he has a very similar passive to Purgatory Meli, except it's weird. It's very debuff based, which leads me to believe that maybe you don't want to play with DK. Like, DK cancels all commandments on the match. But Meli has a passive that if you have a commandment character linked to him, that commandment works. And I was saying the other video, like, if you put Melascula on his commandment, then you can force debuffs, like the ignites, right, on one of your characters, which is the best way to proc his damage or his attack increase. He cleanses debuffs from your allies, right? And for each debuff he cleanses, you get a stack of the ball. I don't remember the name, but you get a stack of the ball. And if you get 4 balls, you get the damage passive to proc. So the best way is to have debuffs on you, but that's very... Bro, this is the 6... I just 6-6'd Liz, dude. Like, she's not even she's not even the featured unit. What's her chance? Another Purgatory, bro. You know, it's unfortunate, like, festival units... Festival coins are worthless. Completely worthless. Dude, it is not that much lower than melee, but like, come on, dude. I haven't pulled a single melee, I pulled like 6 Lizzes. Stupid. I didn't even have a chance of pulling him on the 300 and 600 steps because he's not an SSR. Dumbass move. Alright. Could this be? He has the sword and we got Hawk. I'll let it play, but I don't know, like the only way to know if it's the melee animation is if like at the exact moment that it happens you see it. Like you don't even see it right here, you have to see it like after this. Like he loses. Okay, he just lost. He wouldn't have lost, he would have transformed. Maybe we'll never know because it seems like we're gonna have to do 6 rotations for this guy. Sick. Another one. Do I really want to watch this? Dude. I'm not just gonna keep watching all the animations that he potentially loses. Like, for hopefully the one that he doesn't lose, I get the thing. Like, this could be it. It wasn't. Asker's animation make sense. You see it right away. Then if you don't want to skip it and don't want to watch it, then cool. Unless there is another thing that shows. I wouldn't know. Because I haven't pulled him. Maybe there is. 2 rotations. 0 Meliodases. Unless I get the last multi. 2 rotations. 7 Lizzes! Is it 6 or 7? I don't know. Doesn't matter. 0. Oh, this is how his coin looks like. So this is the thing, right? People were excited that he is blue. So maybe he's going to the coin shop eventually. I don't think so. Because it's a different coin. Like, he doesn't have a regular festival coin. He has a UR coin. I think that's going to be another excuse for him to not be in there, to be honest. But now that we got a dupe on him, he has damage reduction. It says right here. So without dupes, he has 0% damage reduction. With 1 dupe, he has 5% damage reduction from single targets. I believe so long as he has a black ball on his head. When it comes to the match, I'll show you. And then at 6/6, it shows right here. You see the number right here. It's 5%. 7. 9, 12, 15. That's the pay to win ult. Like I mentioned, the gear we're starting with is attack crit. Of course, they have full 15%. Sometimes people don't know how the gears work. Attack at the top, defense at bottom, defense middle, HP bottom. Always. Unless it's a very specific character, then use like crit defense, whatever. But attack at top, always. Like you never want to use crit damage, unless it's very specific for the character. Majority of characters attack, majority of characters HP. And this is a team I'm going to run first. I'll explain why when I'm in the match. Okay. Not the match I was hoping to face is I'm going to wipe him first turn. So DK completely blocks commandments. I don't have one right now, or I have Hysteresis, but I don't have a commandment linked to melee right now. But I would like the opportunity to potentially have one. And, you know, Melasculus does sound pretty good. It does sound pretty good. So here, when you attack an enemy that has 3 of these dark circles, for which... Melee's gonna die. Or not. Each dark circle is given in different ways. One of them is at the beginning of your turn, you remove 1 debuff of each ally, and for each debuff you remove, you gain a stack. Or, each time you attack an enemy, that enemy gets this gray debuff that reduces defense related stats by 10%. If they have 3 debuffs, and you attack them again, you remove all the stacks, but you get a stack of the ball, which gives you 10% defense-related stats. Extremely convoluted. Now, the best way to get those stacks really is removing the debuffs because it's way easier, it's way faster. This is the question, like, you gotta find a way to get them easier. Because something that depends on the enemy to do is never ideal. Really strange facing these hells. They're not real players. I mean, I'm playing Geared is an adventure. It really is. See, this is the thing, right? So, if you... So much damage. If you triple AoE, and the third attack is melees, like the third AoE is melees, he's gonna have 3 balls. Alright? So it's gonna be less reliant on the enemies to debuff you so much. Less than ideal there, right there. It's not going to depend so much on the enemies debuffing you. But who would that be? I kind of like the idea of using Estarossa, but maybe not the best. Unfortunately, you can't use both Zeldrisses together. The reason why I'm using the Zeldris, I was thinking, for one, he actually buffs melee, unlike Demon King. Demon King indirectly buffs melee by debuffing. You lower crit resistance and crit defense, so can argue there. Lowers attack. Not as good as damage reduction from DK, because, you know, goddesses can't be lowered, but the commitment part is the really interesting thing. I think I'm gonna go back to DK while not running a commitment on melee. But for example, facing a Hell team, maybe I shouldn't just AoE with melee at all when I face a Hell. And if I have a Melascula commitment, let me show that. Perfect. So, for AoE, let's do something like this. Estarossa, which is not, so I have Melascula linked with melee there. Estarossa is not going to attack. So he theoretically wouldn't be debuffed by Hell, of course, but he's going to get ignited. And so, oh, Zeldris still got major debuffs. See, if Zeldris dies, then I don't get the cleanse on him. I don't get a stack. Oh, I didn't get a stack at all. Oh no. I killed him. Oh my god. His passive is just so convoluted. You need to hit the enemy. So I didn't get the thing because now I have 3 stacks. You need to hit the enemy. It's like this. I'm gonna get it right now. Doesn't matter because I don't have any other cards, but if I had an extra card, which I didn't get, I would have been able to rank up that other card and get the attack buff, but didn't work out as planned. I did remove the stance though, which is epic. Oh, so convoluted. Why? This is what happens when you keep adding shit. Like, he keeps getting bigger, and the passives keep getting bigger and bigger. You need to, like, learn calculus to play this game. Now, I'm gonna remove the debuffs, but it doesn't matter, because... So, I got another 3 stacks of the balls. And I have the 50%, so... I have, like... What the hell? Oh, they changed it. Okay. Pretty insane stats. Can't use it though, because I don't have any cards, but... I'm going back to DK. The idea here with the commitment is interesting, but I don't know, like, I also don't think... relying on the debuffs is good either. So I was thinking about this, and... the thing with this team is that, in theory... we're going to be able to triple AoE and get the 3 balls on melee, right? But I really wanted to go second. Issue is, melee can get killed by other melees. So, because it doesn't have damage cap, and I have Tarmia Link on DK, maybe I swap Tarmia Link to melee, but like legit, one melee single target kills you. Like, he just kills you. Melee hits super hard. He hits insanely hard. So if you're going second with demons, you're just gonna get one-shotted. Let me try what I mean to do here. So we're gonna AoE, AoE, AoE. Even if he dodges, which he didn't, but I believe you still applied the debuff. So now I'm gonna have the 3 balls, but honestly, I feel like I should have just killed melee. Because now, I mean, he's gonna have 2 balls. And now that I have the balls, now that I have the circles, the 5% damage reduction for my ult passive is applied. It only really applies. Let me reread this, Jesus Christ. I believe it only applies. Yes. It only applies. No. It does apply at any moment. Okay. The 5% damage reduction I have is applied at the beginning of turn. So if you go second with melee, you don't have the 5% damage reduction, or up to 15. You don't have the up to 15% damage reduction in that first turn. Jesus Christ. Why do they make him like this? But why do I say that he has like a improved Purgatory melee passive? Well, essentially, you know that part where he gets the attack related stab buff after the stacks? It's like Purgatory melee had a very simple and easily explainable way of going from having the damage reduction stacks to getting the attack buff. He has 3 stacks on top of his head when he attacks or is attacked, or your team is attacked. He loses a stack when he has 0 stacks and gets the attack buff. That's it. This melee, not so simple. So much stuff. Goddess team, finally. Damn. So goddesses have a debuff card, and they have 2 debuff cards, so it's not the worst. And if you have the 30% defense related stats increase, I think it becomes very hard for them to kill you. For one, they don't have what's it called? Infect for DK. To actually be able to kill him, right? Because, you know, you have the damage cap plus Tarmia Link. Becomes very hard to kill. Oh my god, the Kusok. You're dead, Kusok. Holy shit. I'm still gonna get the attack buff and rank up. Yeah. So this should kill Liz, I think. But because this team has Infect with DK, it becomes very easy to kill Liz's, which have Tarmia Link. Wow! Really? Dang! Really? Didn't kill? I'm surprised. They do have an insane amount of damage reduction, and I don't even know if this guy... So there's a new... there's a new system in the game. They need to play the new game mode, which I haven't played yet, so my characters don't have it. Which you can add 10% damage reduction to your characters. Which again, I don't have it on mine, because I haven't played the new game mode yet. I didn't do enough damage. With attack crit, I didn't do enough damage. And she has revive, so whatever. Back Trustorosa, because I don't know. I think that regardless of who you're facing, you're probably always going to be better off using the single target in the first turn. The single target does an insane amount of damage. So against that Goddess team, I definitely would have been better off if I did something like this against the Liz. And I would have killed her, like, in comparison, like, she's way tankier than Liz. And maybe not way tankier, but she's tankier than Liz and I killed her. Obviously, Liz would not have been lowered by DK, but she would have been damage increased. Well, she wouldn't be lowered by DK or melee, that's the thing. Goddesses might still have a place because they can't be lowered. Like, that can't be lowered thing, insane. Because here's the thing, right? Oh, I'm not going to get my thing now, right? Am I? Because it's only going to be two debuffs. If one of your characters die, you can't get in the next turn. I think you have a way of getting melees. Nah, I can't. I cannot. Can't get his rank up. Okay. So the Goddess team can't be lowered, and melee, you know, he relies quite a bit on lowering them. Like, you got the lowering on the thing, and then you have DK lowering their crit resistance and crit defense with his debuff card. Maybe they did this intentionally. Now, obviously, Demon's is not the only team that melee can be played on. He can also be played on Sins, technically. The problem I have with Sins is that, I mean, right now we haven't had this happen because no one's actually playing the game, so I can't face any real players. I feel like if you go against other melees, right, with the Sin team, that implies Bond. And I think willy-nilly debuffing all of the enemies with Bond just to give them the cleanse and the stacks of balls, like, I'm not sure if that's the best idea, you know? Like, unless you kill melee in the first turn, then that's fine. But if you're not able to kill melee in the first turn, I don't know. I don't think I'm killing her. Wow. That was barely any damage. Thankfully, I should still be able to get his rank up for 0 cards. Is it better to not even attack with him in the first turn? If it's against Goddesses? Like, if it's against Goddesses, did you see how little damage I did? Because they have an insane amount of damage reduction. And if this guy, which I don't know, like, does he have the new mechanic? I don't know. Oh, I barely even got debuffed. I didn't even get the thing. Against Goddesses, he might be better off waiting to get his... You're trolling. To get his rank up, to then attack. But then you risk Mael killing you. Like, if Mael really wants to kill melee, he will. If Liz really wants to kill melee, she will. Definitely a problem to think of. Please debuff me. This is the 3rd turn, I still don't have it. Well, I'm gonna get to level 3, so that's something. Actually, if I do this, I will get it. And I think I do rank up, even if it's in the same turn. Yes, I did. Okay. Because I attacked into them, they already had the 3. I got the balls, so I got the rank up. And it only lasts 1 attack, just like Purgatory Melee. Cleanse that stun right off. I'm really like thinking like how can you run this guy optimally to really get his passive to proc every match, but that's tough. So swapping here to a Sin's team, right? And we're not facing one right now, but like I mentioned, I think that if you face a melee, you kind of have to kill him right away, or those debuffs are gonna work against you, right? So there's that. Oh, that's not as much damage as I was hoping he was gonna do. I'm just used to seeing Ban on the Sin's team. Dear Lord, there's like almost no buffing. I mean, there's Eldris. Any case, I should just run Merlin through the new relic. I put on Asker because I didn't know who else to put. Diane, right? So Diane, she's good of course, but the issue I have with Diane is that, say for example, Meli's debuffing passive, or it's not a debuff, it's a gray, it's a debuff. Meli's debuffing passive doesn't work all too well with her. Now I don't know, maybe it will end up being the best strategy to run with her, but I don't know. When you put up a stance, you're not applying Meli's debuff to anybody. You need to attack them. Alright, put Merlin because the new relic, I'll make a separate video for it, but the new relic she has, ooh, can we just do this? Might be good. Gives Sins 15% basic stats, and for each debuff on enemy, you have 3% damage reduction for our allies, up to 30%. So, you're practically always going to have 30% damage reduction if you're running her with Ban, because then you have her debuffs, then Ban's debuffs. If you really want to be extra safe, you can even run Green Sauriel Link on her. That's a little too much, but... So you have 30% damage reduction, attack lowering from Ban, attack lowering from Zeldris. So it's pretty much... So long as they can be debuffed and lowered, which... For goddesses is not going to be that impactful, right? But the damage reduction at least works against goddesses, so hope we face one. But they can cleanse, so they can just cleanse as soon as their turn starts. All the debuffs are gone. Yeah, I feel weird about running him on Sins because of the many factors I listed. Diane, I think, would have been great, but doesn't contribute. But do you need to get Meli's passive from that way, or do you maybe are better, or maybe better off like relying on debuffs? It's just so strange. His passive is just so strange. Give it a few days, and people are gonna probably find a more concrete answer. But right now, it's just very confusing. This guy didn't even want to try. I want to face a goddess team now, man. Yeah, doing all those AoEs here is less than ideal. Let's do something like this. Maybe I kill, maybe I don't. The important thing is that we're gonna get all the debuffs out. Ugh. All the damage reduction, all the lowering. So even if Ban gets pretty big damage here from the corrosion, should be alright. We don't have any stacks of defense related stat increase on Meli though, which is not ideal. Also, we can't get a rank up for him. If we could, if we had a second AoE, we could AoE, and then he would remove the stack from Albedo there, get a rank up, and then we could level 3 AoE, but we didn't get an extra card for him. I need to think of all the possibilities. This will kill her. She has 3 stacks. Yeah, maybe. Just a Meli. Is he gonna cleanse before or after debuffs? Because he's gonna cleanse after this. Wow. It didn't kill her? Damn, did he cleanse? He didn't. He cleansed before the hell debuffs. Oh my god. Dude, you know how much simpler Purgatory Melee looks in comparison? So simple. Purgatory Melee is like a 2019 character compared to this guy. Holy shit. I really don't want to play this unit anymore. I'm getting mentally and physically tired from playing with this character. Mainly the mental. Also low physical. But the physical is mainly because I just got back from the gym and I was like, oh, it's a good time to record. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe if I knew I was going to get extra tired, I would have rested first. Because, you know, when you're really tired, physically tired, you get a little, your brain gets a little foggy, right? Not a good time to try and break down this extremely convoluted character. What does he even want to do? Does he want to be doing all this? Does he want to have such a long and stupidly complicated passive? Melly's a simple guy, alright? He sees guy that wants to kill his wife and he beats them. That's the whole show. That's the that's what happened in every season. My wife, she's gonna die. I need to save her. And he does. Yeah, I really wanted to finish the video with a goddess team, but it seems like JP is tough. JP is really tough getting gameplay on geared. Like, update just dropped. Like, I did you know, take a break, went to the gym. So it's been a few hours, but like, what time is it in Japan right now? Oh, it's actually getting pretty late. It's 10 p.m. I guess. If it's not peak hours, it's like super impossible to find Japanese players. So I'll have to wait until like tomorrow to get like good matches in. I'm trying to get a fresh update, man. Fresh update gameplay. But to be honest, I mean, I think Melee is a strong character. But is he fun to use? So far, no. Dude, I'm doing the most here. But you know, as long as he's good, I guess that's all that matters. Yeah, I guess.